Hello YouTube, what is crap? Eroktic here. In the previous video we were talking about Scum location. In today's video we are gonna talk about Scum in general. What is BCU? What is gonna happen when you die? We're gonna talk about endgame, enemies. I'm gonna translate one part of the developer interview that happened 2 years ago about the Scum. Let's just roll the intro so we can get started. Reboot magazine made the interview 2 years ago with the Scum developers, and there is a lot of juicy parts in that interview, so I'm gonna translate it first and then I'm gonna tell you my thoughts. Scum is a sandbox game and players have a free will to do whatever they want. Although there is more goals in the game and it is possible to finish the game. Finishing the game will require a lot of time and a lot of team play, and this is very important to emphasize. Team play is going to be important in Scum. Lone wolves will be able to achieve game basics, but with the help of others it is gonna be possible to escape from the island, but that is going to be very hard and complicated, but interesting. So Scum is going to be sandbox game, aka open world survival game. And players have a free will to do whatever the hell they want. But there are some primary and secondary goals in the game. Which means there is a main lore. The whole game is based around reality TV. And the concept of this reality TV is that the government is gonna throw prisoners on the island with a bunch of cameras around them, and everything is going to be broadcasted live to the audience. Now, do you remember that screenshots from before with the police uniforms? I'm assuming that this reality TV is coming from the America. US government is gonna be the leader that is gonna be in charge with that reality TV, and the prisoners are gonna be from all around the globe. And of course, since the US government is in charge, they wanted to spice the things a little bit. So they added the virus on the island. There is plenty of screenshots and the gameplay videos where we can clearly see that the zombies are back. You see, the show does not start with us. Show is already ongoing. There was a first season in the past and we are entering in the second season. First season was boring on the beginning, but thanks to the BCU on the zombies.
BCU is that orange device behind of the prisoner's head.
Because zombies were actually prisoners in the past. Thanks to that BCU that is still on the zombies, they made the zombies stronger, so they can take more hits. They made the zombies smarter, so they are moving in the hordes. And the hordes can attack certain areas at once if the company that is running the show pushes the button. They can also change the weather if they want to. They can also cause forest fires, earthquakes, and floods. Companies invested large sums of money on bioengineering, and by the way, there is a biochem skill in the game. They can add genetically modified pests, for example mosquitoes or bee killers, at certain areas, and some of those even possesses bioweapons. They are breeding and creating those crossbreeds that cause a havoc on the island. And they are gonna continue to improve bioanimals until perfect killer is created. When it starts to get boring on the island, when there is not that much entertainment, server is gonna decide where and when to create random events. And that can be anything. Like I already said, they can mess around with the mother nature, they can mess around with the zombies, they can release those creatures, and all of that can be even improved just for the sake of the viewers' entertainment. Developers are endorsing people to play together, and we will need each other's help to finish that end game goal. So I'm assuming that we will need to build our communities inside of the game to make our lives way easier. And like they said, it is going to take hundreds of hours to beat the game with the help of others, and there is gonna be a lot of complicated stuff to do. I'm assuming that there is gonna be big preparation, and the whole concept of being on the island is to prepare yourself and the others so you can escape the island. You see, when you drop a bunch of criminals on the exact same island and the government is in charge, they're gonna figure out the way how to escape from the island together. But if you add a deadly threat on the island with those prisoners are gonna be occupied with a lot of different stuff. And the prisoners are gonna, of course, work together against the zombies. So from my understanding, the government have their own concept. Throw a bunch of criminals on the island against zombies, so they can do that live TV, prisoners against zombies. But what is really happening is that prisoners are gonna work together so they can escape from the island undercover. And the way how government is gonna track the prisoners is with the BCU. BCU is a device that is implemented on the back of the prisoner's head, and with this device, government is tracking the prisoner's movement. BCU is tracking what prisoners are doing, where they are moving, and that device is transferring everything to the live audience that are watching the show. And it is transferring everything. Developers said that BCU is rendering the data in front of your character's eyes. And this is such a strong sentence that there is a lot of things to talk about also. People are bragging about wallhack in the game. BCU is the device that is not just transferring the data, it is also producing the data. As you can see from this footage right here, we can see some pointers in the game, which means this device, this BCU, is giving you also points of interest. And this exact same BCU is highlighting the objects for you, is highlighting the enemies for you. But this BCU device is not a device that is gonna help you first. It is gonna help viewer to understand what is happening. And that's why you see the wallhack. Did you know that there are gonna be servers with the wallhack off? We are gonna talk about that in a future videos. And speaking about how BCU can produce the stuff in front of your prisoner's eyes, maybe we are gonna experience some kind of illusions, some kind of a mini-games, for example like GTA 5 had. But let's not make too much assumptions, okay? And the another fun fact is that I have not seen not even one single person with a hair. All the prisoners and all the zombies are bald. And the only logical thing is that every zombie was a prisoner before. If you die, you become infected. You get that virus, so you become a zombie. So I can also assume that if you die on a specific location, your corpse is gonna become a zombie. Which means highly populated areas, or should I say on the different words, main PvP areas, they're gonna dynamically generate more and more zombies. Which is a great thing. Or a suggestion. This BCU is also a protective shield, so the government can control the prisoners. In some occasions, BCU has that power that is gonna take a control over your character. But you're gonna secretly somehow know how to prepare for the endgame. Once you reach the certain point of the game, your group is gonna remove the BCU and your HUD is gonna be gone. Welcome to the hardcore mode. This is gonna be next step how you're gonna escape from the island. So without of the knowledge how thirsty, hungry and hurt you are, you will need to escape as soon as possible. We all know that it is really hard to survive hundreds of hours in a survival game, so you can reach that end game. And there is going to be a respawn system in the game, but you will need to have certain amount of the fame points, so you can actually respawn your prisoner to save that progression. The more prisoners you're killing, the more fame you're gonna get. Scum is going to be RPG survival, which means there is gonna be a lot of progression and statistics that you will need to have to unlock certain stuff. And now I think it is time to talk about those other mods. Company will introduce special hunting season episodes where citizens, aka viewers that are watching the show, can actually be a part of the show. They can drop on the island for 1 to 3 days so they can hunt the prisoners. Citizens with the high scores are given wealthy rewards, and citizens before they enter on the island can choose a weapon, armor and the another tech toys. It is gonna be hard for those citizens to survive since they are coming on the island unprepared. Prisoners will have the chance to get their weapons, armor and the tech toys as a reward if they kill them. Deployment of those citizens is gonna be every couple of days, and if the citizen that is in the island misses the deployment, he's gonna stay on the island until another deployment comes on the island and drops another citizens. And those citizens are gonna be on the island, but temporary. And of course, prisoners that are killing those citizens inside of the island will be able to loot their weapon, armor and tech toys. It is just double. You do not need to be in the game and play the game for hundreds of hours. There is gonna be different game modes in a game, and it probably means that you can drop inside of the island as a citizen and play as him. So for those people that do not like to grind hundreds and hundreds of hours in the survival game, can just play the game as a battle royale. Have those quick sessions, couple of hour sessions, which is mind-blowing to me. I cannot believe how many things they are colliding together. And maybe one day we can actually spawn inside as a zombie or as a crossbreed. Only the time can tell. I hope you guys enjoyed in this video. Like I already said, Scum is still in development. We do not know what to expect and what is gonna be the final product. I'm gonna continue with digging. I'm gonna continue with my conspiracy theories. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next one. Eroktic out.